Hello, hello, how are you? Welcome to Read the Tarot. I should be on donations right now. I should be actually on donations with Miss Maine. So I'm going to wait a minute and see if she comes in. I was on my card of the day channel when Miss Maine came in, and she wasn't sure which channel I was on, I guess, and made a donation. I do need to let people know that when I'm doing my card of the day, I'm not really taking donations. So if she comes in, I will immediately do her reading. If not, I will just issue a refund and go from there. And I also need to bring up my Facebook stream so I can see if any of my lovely Facebook fans give me stars. And stars are a way that you can support me. So let me just get this set up for a minute. There we go. I can see the chat. And I will keep an eye on that. I don't want to miss anybody who either subscribes to me to support me on Facebook. That's $19.99 a month. Or anybody who chooses to donate to me with stars on Facebook, because you will get a message from Spirit as well as a tarot reading according to your question and the type of tarot reading that would be best, or psychic mediumship. So again, I am getting this situated, getting things set up. There we go. And let me see what we've got going on. Hello, Jeanette. Hello, Avinash. I hope I said it early. So let me start with you, Avinash, and I'll get you a message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Avinash? What message do you have for Avinash? What would you like Avinash to know today? And we are on a root chakra cleanse right here. Here's our root chakra. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Avinash? And hello, Nicole. How are you? Yes, I will get you a message as well. Thank you, Spirit. There we go. I was trying to put that up. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Avinash? And Avinash, all questions are done on a donation basis. I'm going to get you a message from Spirit. But Avinash, you're saying something about no contact. Is this with somebody that you're dating? Now you're in no contact. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Avinash? What would you like Avinash to know? Thank you, Spirit. What would you like Avinash to know? And usually what I do is I ask and then I pause and meditate as I go through the deck twice, and then I pull. And it's right here. And Avinash, your message is the Empress. The Empress. I'll show you that real quick. Major Arcana card. And your message is the lesson in the Empress is to nurture your creative gifts and talents, share your gifts with the world, and create all that you desire in your life. And there you go, Avinash. And of course, the Empress is a major arcana card. It has many more meanings, often associated with healing, with nature, with mothering, nourishing life, giving birth. It could represent working with children, but it can also represent welcoming a spirit of abundance, feeling rich, feeling as if you've have more than you need. And then it can also represent being connected to the earth and it is connected to nature. So please let me know if that message resonates with you. Let me go back up here. And Jeanette. And you wrote, oh, you find the weekends the hardest. Are you okay, Jeanette? You keep getting these disconnecting energies from your person, like you feel him annoyed and blocking you out. You just want to see him. Okay, let's see what message Spirit has for you, Jeanette. You're waiting. One girl which is higher position. Oh, I see, Avinash. Jeanette, are you actually in a relation? Excuse me. Are you actually in a relationship with him, or is he just a crush? I need to drink some of my tea for my throat. If you're in a relationship with somebody, and if they love you, if you love them, then they're not going to be frustrated or annoyed if you contact them. Hello, Coach TP. How are you? So if this person is, frustrated and annoyed with your contact, then I would recommend you stop contacting him. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Jeanette? What message do you have for Jeanette today? And Jeanette, we have the Page of Wands. Yesterday is history and tomorrow is a mystery. The only thing that's real is the present moment, so enjoy it. And this is the Page of Wands. And Jeanette, I know it's painful, but it won't be so painful if you're with somebody and focusing your intention on a relationship with somebody who wants to be in a relationship with you. The Page of Wands also lets you know it's a message to you to be creative, be enthusiastic, be confident, be courageous. Our pages are about new beginnings, so this could be to look for some new things that have to do with creativity. Find a new direction. Maybe there's a hobby that you have that you need to get focused on. It sounds to me like you need to find something that's actually going to take your focus off of this man. So whatever your hobbies are, whatever your talents are, Jeanette, you really should want to engage in some other activity than focusing on somebody who's not, communicating or reciprocating your feelings. You can't make somebody, you think you're obsessed. Yeah. You could be, yeah. If everything you want to do is with this person and they don't want to be with you, then yeah, that's not healthy. I don't do in-depth tarot readings for free. I would say, though, that if we were to do a reading, I would not be surprised if the devil were to show up, just because this is a level of obsession. And you would definitely want to start taking your focus and attention off of him because he's not reciprocating. So all it's going to do is hurt you in the end. The more you let it go on, the harder it is going to be to break. All habits take about 3 weeks to break. So if you force yourself to, every time you start to think of him, force yourself to do something else. And I think this is why we're seeing the Page of Wands. Come up with a new idea, come up with a new strategy. I would look for a hobby that you have. Maybe paint a picture or something. And then, crochet, knit, swim. I don't know, whatever your hobbies are. Do that instead. Get your mind off of him. And in about 3 weeks to a month, you should feel a lot better. Okay, thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Nicole? What message do you have for Nicole today? It's been months. How long has it been since you've seen this person or spoken to him, Jeanette? Yeah, Kimon is suggesting that you hang out with other friends. I think that's very important too. So, Jeanette, were you ever in a relationship with this person? Or have you just been, like fantasizing about this person for months? Hello, Mina. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Nicole? Oh, Rajesh, please don't spam the chat. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Nicole? What message do you have for Nicole? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, Nightbot isn't going to tolerate all those emojis, Rajesh. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, Nicole. Oh, you Oracle messages for the week. Oh, that's a new spread, SB. Five of Pentacles. We all face hardships in our lives, and it is during those times that we realize what we're truly made of. So, SB, would this be my Goddess Oracle? Those are like my favorite, especially for women. Tell me what type of Oracle messages for the week. Let me see. You mean like Oracle messages for the week ahead? It's interesting. Yeah, I love the Goddess deck. Isn't that Goddess deck? And that's by Colette Baron Reed. That's why I'm in her classes. She is phenomenal. Hello, Gabby. Welcome to the stream. What I do is a free message from Spirit, and all questions are done on a donation basis. What do you see on the screen, SP? Well, I do have different Oracle spreads on the screen, but none, specifically for the week ahead. Excuse me. But, I mean, we can do that. But if you want to do the Goddess reading, we could do that too. Okay. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. My throat is just so raspy today. Well, Nicole, what it means is that your message today is the Five of Pentacles. Let me see. I want to make sure that you can see that beautiful face. See that card? Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles can show up if we're experiencing some sort of rejection, some sort of loss. So, first of all, I'd like to ask you if you have suddenly experienced some sort of rejection, or if there's a rejection that you're having a very hard time getting over. It can also represent, running into some financial issues, maybe losing a job, feeling insecure, even like ill health, feeling sick, anything like that. It really does have some sort of negative association with it, such as some event has just happened that makes you feel as if things aren't going the way you had hoped. And the Five of Pentacles comes in to let you know that when you're in these situations, because all of us get in these situations, none of us are immune, that when we face hardships and we face trials, to know that it's a temporary situation, that we go through these situations as a way that builds our character, and that not only will you come through this, you will come out stronger. And hello, Bussy on Facebook. There you are. Oh, thank you, SB. Okay, so I will do Bussy first. I didn't know you had sent the donation. Let me and thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Bussy? What message do you have for Bussy? Thank you, Spirit. And yes, Nicole, and that message is to say that when you go through those situations, that you come out stronger. Rajesh, why am I ignoring your question? All questions are done on a donation basis. It's not your turn for a free reading, and free readings aren't guaranteed. You can read the description. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Bussy? What message do you have for Bussy? Thank you. All right, here we have Judgment. The Judgment card, more than any other, urges us to free ourselves from what is holding us back and embrace our true calling. It is time to be reborn, to shed the skin of our old lives and live according to a higher truth. Hello, Sam. How are you? Let me add you. Um, Sarah, you may read the description on the video. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for SB? What message do you have for SB? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for SB? What do you want SB to know today? What do you want SB to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want SB to know today? Thank you, Spirit. And SB, our message is the Eight of Wands. Whatever it is you feel the need to do, go ahead and do it, because the wheels have been set in motion and it's time to move quickly. So SB, did you have a specific question, or did you just want a goddess reading for the week ahead, like you said? Okay, so SB, I think I will give you a 3-card goddess reading. Just advice on what you need to focus on this week? Okay, awesome. And we'll do 3 cards. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What message from the goddesses do you have for SB for the week? What does she need to focus on this week? Thank you, Spirit. What does she need to focus on this week from the goddesses? Thank you, Spirit. 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 Okay, right here. So we have Demeter, and this is going to be in alignment, which is nurturer. And that is alignment. Next we have Isis, which is empowerment. I'm just going to face them towards me right now. And then Mary, which is alignment. Okay. So Demeter is alignment. Let me put this up for you to see. And this is what you need to focus on for the week ahead. Do you sometimes overgive to people until you're an empty well? Perhaps you've attracted others who are needy and want you to look after them. Or you might be in a pattern of people-pleasing because you're afraid to set boundaries. There is a sticky quality to connections based on this need to be needed. Although the possible repercussions for setting boundaries are in your mind, your body holds on to fear tightly, so it can be scary to make a change. No one wants to admit that they are manipulative or codependent, but it's important to be honest about where you find yourself now. Demeter knows the price of this way of being, as it caused her to lose something so dear to her. Now she has come to show you another way. Your alignment task is to recognize that it's time to step back, take a breath, and say no to the behaviors and people you know are draining you. It's that simple. The divine is the one with the plan. Gather your love, your nourishment, and your self-worth. Choose how you nurture and how you want to receive it. You are so loved when the goddess Demeter brings you her nurturing energy to help you course correct. Nurturer. And then Isis is upright. It's an empowerment message, and it is rebirth. rebirth. A lot of maternal energy in this reading today, SB. Um, Alokika, free readings are not guaranteed. Free readings stop when I'm on donations. Wow. That's awesome, SB. Okay. And here's your message from Isis. The process of soul retrieval, resurrection, and rebirth is the theme recurrent through the stories of the Egyptian goddess Isis, and one that she invites you to address now. This is a powerful moment to see some of what you thought you'd lost go through a process of regeneration to live again. Like magic, the pieces of you that were considered lost in old wounds and stories are ready to be reclaimed in a healthier, more mature version. Where you were hopeless, now there is hope. Where you lost faith, you have the capacity for even more now. Where there was inequity and injustice, now you can see a better way. Where you were abandoned, now you can choose you. You are ready to face these parts of yourself and to gather them together as you step into a newer, more powerful version of yourself, your work, your relationships, and your creativity. Have courage, let go of blame, claim your accountability, and then co create something better. You can do this. The goddess Isis has come to help you as a potent supporter in your growth. And then next we have Mary, which is miracles. And that one is an alignment message. Have you stopped believing in miracles? Do you think they are only for others or doubted their existence? Could it be you've been reading and watching the news too often and so finding yourself feeling powerless and despondent? Or has the dry spell of your life gone on so long you even stopped looking for water? Have no fear, for Mary has a message for you. This is all about your mindset. This moment is an opportunity to turn things around, and it begins with your thinking. What if you remember that your repeated thoughts, feelings, and beliefs call the world into form? What if you recommitted to your co-creative partnership with the divine and from there chose another way to experience your life? You have the power of Mary, the mother of miracles, running through your veins. She did not need the seed of a man from outside her to give birth to a miracle. In the same way, you don't need your outer world to change first. You don't need someone to rescue you, love you, or take you away. You are the only one you've been waiting for. You need only choose how you will respond to your current reality and focus on a day at a time in service to the miracle of life. What is for you has its own divine timetable. Your alignment task is to remember that. So, a very strong theme here with nurturer, rebirth, Demeter nurturer, Isis rebirth, and Mary miracles. So, how did that resonate, SB? Are you going to take that energy into the week ahead? Um, a lot of information here. Really, just trust in yourself, set those boundaries. Don't let people take advantage of you. I think a lot that was very applicable for KB. A lot of you don't need a man. Okay, awesome, SB. That was kind of like the big the big message that kept coming through, right? And here's Isis and Mary. So I don't know if Miss Main is here yet. Oh, this one is the Goddess Power Oracle deck, and this is by Colette Baron Reed, the one who is teaching the class on the Good Tarot. Soon I'll be using that. Here's the guidebook. Oh, here's her name. Illustrated by Jenna Della Grataglia, Colette Baron Reed, and she's one of my favorite. She's also a psychic medium, tarot reader, oracle reader. Sam, are you still here? Oh, you're welcome, SB. God bless you. So let me know how this week goes. And I'm very, very surprised actually that you did tell him no. Sam, did you have a question you wanted to ask? And then we'll get you a message from Spirit first. The week ahead? Okay, awesome. Did you want to do tarot? Did you want to choose an oracle deck like this, which I just did with SP? That was the Goddess Oracle. The fairies, mermaids, any? Okay. May just stick with the Goddess deck again. But first, let's get your message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Sam? What message do you have for Sam? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Sam? Thank you. What message do you have for Sam? What message do you have for Sam today? And Alokika, I'm going to give you the next message. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Let me see. You're surprised too. For the first time, you leaned on Spirit and said your ego, and all you heard was no. Awesome. Good for you, SB. Well, you have a great weekend, SB. I hope I see you again either later today or tomorrow. So Sam, we have the Page of Cups. Let your imagination run wild. Imagination is the fuel of dreams, and dreams the fuel of creativity. And here we have our beautiful Page of Cups. The Page of Cups also asks you to be emotional, to get in touch with your feelings, and maybe to even let your feelings show to others. Also, to lean on your intuition, to be loving, sometimes it's to be emotional with yourself, be emotional with other people, forgiving yourself, forgiving somebody who's hurt you. Um, but it can also be the start of a new relationship. So there could even be, some new love, no new romance, romantic experiences coming up. It can also show up if you're getting closer to spirit, if your psychic awareness is growing, and therefore that Page of Cups is representing a new level or new awareness or new understanding with spirit. So that is your message, Sam, and please let me know if that resonates with you. But again, to sum up this message, we had: let your imagination run wild. Imagination is the fuel of dreams, and dreams is the fuel of creation. But again, our page is all about those new beginnings. So we're seeing some new things coming into your situation, into your life right now. And I am going to draw from the Goddess deck for you as well. So let me just shuffle these and clear them, because I do have SB's energy in them. And hello and welcome to everybody who's joining the stream. If you look on top of the stream, you will see that it says I'm on donations and stars. So when you see that, that means that the free messages have stopped, because I am on donations and stars. Yes, and after this message, if Miss Main isn't here, I'm going to be doing Alokika next. Well, see, the thing is, Alokika, it really isn't just all donations. It really just depends on how spirit leads me. Everybody that is here when I'm not on a donation does get a free message from spirit. But again, I can't guarantee that because of donations and donations getting preferences. But if spirit loved ones come through and I'm on psychic mediumship, then the stream will change in a different direction as well. So it depends on how much of the free messages kind of develop into free readings and vice versa. So my channels aren't done with any hard or fast rules like that. The number one rules are that free messages aren't guaranteed. And the other fast rule is donations get preference. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What does Sam need to know about the week ahead? What does Sam need to know from the goddesses about the week ahead? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What does Sam need to know from the goddesses about the week ahead? What does Sam need to know from the goddesses about the week ahead? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so if the card is upright, the way I draw it, it will be empowerment. Okay, so liberation is actually going to be an alignment task for you, Sam. First card is liberation. Second card is also alignment, and it is Elin of the Ways, patterns. And our third card for you is actually upright. So it's empowerment, and it's Freya, radical acceptance. She is a Norse goddess. So we're going to begin with Kali, which is interesting because I pulled Kali in my earlier stream today. If you look at the video right before this, the card of the day, Kali was the goddess card that came through. liberation. And again, this is empowerment. I'm sorry, this is alignment. And again, this is pretty much what you need to know for the week ahead. When resentment and anger fester below the surface, the unprocessed emotions simmer until they boil over. It's easy to project anger, envy, and ancient inherited rage on others we perceive as the source of our discontent. When something triggers these emotions, we can project onto strangers as well as the people closest to us. Nobody wins when so much pain is unleashed in the world. Take heart, for you are not alone. Know that rage and fury must have a place to be expressed, and you can use this energy to make something extraordinary and find a new way. The fierce liberation goddess Kali offers her daggers to help you cut the ties to stories you tell about your past once you have expressed and processed them. No matter what your conditions, your alignment task is to find a way to channel this rage, this anger, these feelings into creativity. Make something of it, of yourself, so you don't create destruction just because you can. Be willing to be teachable, even if it feels uncomfortable. When you know more, you can do better. Be willing to take full accountability for the energy you bring to the world. Callie knows the fierce, dark love she brings you will not always be comfortable, and the process of transformation requires rigorous self-honesty. You have what it takes. Now make something meaningful and be someone you're proud of. Now, next is Elin of the Ways. And again, this is another alignment message, and it is patterns. Patterns. Familiar patterns show up when you fall asleep at the wheel of your life or when you expect things to be a certain way out of habit. Whatever conditions are recurring for you right now, you are being invited to see them as an opportunity to move beyond the limits of your expected disappointment or habitual behavior. If you do what you have always done, then you can expect the same patterns to continue. If you don't want to repeat a lesson or find yourself back on the same path with the same people, same conditions and results, then you must choose to think, do, and be differently. The goddess known as Elin of the Ways offers this alignment task. Make a commitment to change your way and choose to allow for new paths to be explored. It's time to take a look at your need to always wonder if the other shoe will drop and how you remain in familiar territory although you're not content. Elin will show you the way out. You just need to want to follow. And then next we have Freya, and that is an empowerment message. So it seems that there might be some toxic situations, Sam, some toxic people that aren't treating you right, and therefore you've become very, very frustrated, very despondent, maybe even feeling as if you're losing hope. And because of that feeling that you're losing hope, you're finding it hard to break this cycle, break free from these situations. So our liberation and patterns, it's basically saying that you can visualize a new life for yourself. I'm not sure what the situation is, but a lot here about you taking the reins back, taking control, taking charge, making a new plan for yourself, a new vision, breaking free from things that are no longer serving you, and people who are keeping you in this pattern where you feel as though there's nothing will ever change, that you can take control of this situation and make the changes needed so that you can start living life to the fullest and enjoying it in abundance. And now, Freya, we have this message. When you see life as a battleground, you lose sight of a more easeful way to be in the world. Can you be in the middle of the chaos and allow yourself to center in the quiet hum in the eye of the storm? And I do want to say that this reading really does have this strong sense of people around you, just like a lot of toxic energy. It's almost like I see like a tornado, almost of toxicity and chaos, and you just trying to find yourself in the midst of it and just not knowing how to get out of it, how to I think it's a little bit more than how to release the anger or disappointment or frustration of it, but how to change it. And I think that's where the patterns is coming in, where spirit is saying that if you keep doing the same thing, you're never going to get out of this like tornado of toxicity, and to look for these new creative paths and ways. What was your spirit, your message from spirit? Wasn't your message from spirit the Page of Cups? And the Page of Cups was all about these new beginnings as well. I'm pretty sure that was your message. So this is very strong here, theme to you, that the way to change this toxic pattern is to step into this new path, step into even a new emotional path, a new intuitive path, a new relationship with yourself, a new relationship with spirit, even being creative, like in a practical way, like creating some new things, but trusting really yourself. And then remember I had said, forgiving yourself and forgiving someone who has hurt you. So I do have the feeling here, Sam, that there is somebody who's hurt you very deeply, and therefore it's just created like this toxic cycle that you feel trapped in, that you can't really get out of, and you just keep on taking it, and then you kind of like blow up, but then it just all starts over again. So spirit is really saying that yes, there is a way out. You don't have to stay in this cycle. So I'm going to start this over. When you see life as a battleground, you lose sight of a more easeful way to be in the world. Can you be in the middle of the chaos and allow yourself to center in the quiet hum in the eye of the storm? Let the peace of Freya, the Norse goddess of war, enter your mind. Amid the flurry of battle, she came to collect the fallen and bring them to a place of rest and recuperation. Freya is here to remind you that the acceptance of defeat is not the end. She offers the gift of acceptance, the knowing that there is nothing to resist right now. See your world at face value and look into it with discernment. When you see with greater clarity, not taking this world so personally, you will not have to fight at all. If you take full stock of your conditions, surrendering to what is, you can move to higher ground, begin again, or wait until the drama dies down on its own. You are the strongest, most grounded, and most powerful when you remember this is the strategy the goddess Freya offers you in support. So again, it's like this is the feeling I have, like there's some people around you. I don't know how it's getting so toxic, but I do feel like you feel as if you're in the middle of the battleground of people constantly putting you on the defense, maybe constantly making you feel as if you're continually being attacked. And spirit is saying you don't have to live like this. You can break this cycle. You can find your peace in the quiet of the storm. Even while the storm is raging, you can find a space to be peaceful in it. And somehow this is going to help you come out of it. So please let me know, Sam, if that resonates with you. I don't know if you've had any type of fights with anybody recently, or if, because this was a lesson, not a lesson, but a message for the week ahead. So it does make me wonder if this isn't a situation that's actually going to come up, and present you in the future, this week. So if you do find yourself in some sort of situation this week where someone's pushing your buttons and trying to literally fight with you, just take a deep breath and set your sights on something higher and don't engage, because this could be some sort of negative toxic cycle with other people. So are you still here? Let me see. Alokika, are you still here? Okay, awesome. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Yes, Tamaria. It should be, you're on Facebook. Okay. Let me type it in for you. I think it's right here actually. There you are, Alokika. What is going to be your immediate future, specific future studies? Okay, let me see what message we have from Spirit. I'm not sure if Spirit's going to address your future studies. Sometimes the message from Spirit does address a question that you'd like asked. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Alokika? What do you want Alokika to know? What message do you have for Alokika? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Alokika? What message do you have for Alokika? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Alokika? What message do you have for Alokika? Okay. In Alokika, we have Queen of Cups. Always follow your heart. It will never lead you astray because it knows things your mind can't explain. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very loving, intuitive, psychic, spiritual, tender-hearted. Um, Feels very close to God and the universe. Finds joy in communion. Sees the world as a holy place. Is this your Either this is your outlook on life, or Spirit is saying this needs to be your outlook on life? Um, Very accepting of others, very sensitive to the feeling of others, very, very patient. Our queens are always very patient people. Oh, thank you, Tamaria. So always follow your heart. Okay. Are you saying what, Tamaria? No, 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 no. I'm not saying you have to do both. No. Okay. Well, Tamaria, the love readings are $5. Oh, $4.44. No, Alokika. But I am going to get you the free message from Spirit. What type of love reading? Did you have a question, or did you just want to know what's coming up for you in love? Because if you look at the bottom of my video, you'll see the types of readings that I do and the prices. So you should let me know if you have a question or if you're just wanting to know. No, Alokika, I'm speaking to Maria on Facebook. Just an overall look at love. Okay. Okay, so first to Maria, I'm going to get you a message from Spirit. You're welcome, Alokika. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Tamaria? What message do you have for Tamaria? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Tamaria? What message do you have for Tamaria? And Tamaria, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Work hard, hone your skills, and find pleasure in an honest day's work. Your message actually doesn't seem to be in the area of love. It seems to be maybe financially related. And this is the free message. I would like to know, Timaria, if you are currently working, looking for a job, anything along those lines. But let's get into your love reading. And I'm going to charge this deck for you. You're looking for a job? Okay. Okay. Yeah, and the Eight of Pentacles is it's a message really about working hard. Yes, and happy birthday, Tamaria. I'm sorry. Happy birthday, Sarah. Looking for a job. I need to take a second to set my intention here. Does anybody here connect to something like Avonlea? Something I I heard two things. Actually, one was like Avon Lady. So if anybody's an Avon lady or connected to an Avon lady, but then it was actually two things. It was Avon Lady and then Avon Leah. And I think Avon Leah is like a show. Avon Leah? It's actually a place in Canada as well. If anybody connects to anything Avon Leah, Road to Avon Leah. But I guess it's actually a place too. A fictional city. Is it all fictional? I don't know. No, there are places called Avonlea. Hello, Dominique. How are you? Okay, so Timeria, let's get into your love reading. See what's coming. See what's happening for you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm also getting a M name, like Marquis, Marquis. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What do you have for Timeria in love? What do you have for Timeria's love story? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So, Timeria, the first two questions are going to represent. Timeria, are you possibly a mother? This doesn't necessarily mean you're a mother, but it very well could be. So, I'm asking right now, these first two cards are going to represent your question about your love story. Okay. And we're starting off with the Empress. Now, let me see what's going along with that. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Um, So, Timeria, do you feel right now that your love and relationships are somehow being centered around the fact that you're a mother? This could represent. Do you have multiple children? Do you have like different men in the picture? But let me see what my goal card here is for you. Okay, goal here is King of Cups. So I do feel as if there might be more men. I'm trying to see if just one baby. Okay, I'm trying to see if your love story is related to the father. Okay, but right here for our goal, I'm seeing the King of Cups. So it's making me feel that you have either an ideal man who you don't feel is actually manifested yet, or you're hoping that your baby's father. I am sensing more than one man. Do you have the baby's father in your life and maybe a boyfriend as well? Or like, did you just recently break up with somebody else who wasn't your baby's father? But anyway, what I'm seeing here is that you're looking for a man who's going to treat you differently than other men have treated you in the past. That you're looking for somebody, maybe even a little bit older. So is your child's father very immature? But I'm seeing here just recently broke up, and you haven't dated anyone else since then. I'm wondering who this other man is. I'm sensing. Um, is there somebody with an O name? Anybody that you know with the name that starts with the letter O? I almost feel like Oscar or something similar to Oscar. Um, okay, so let me see. The object here is death. Okay. Nobody with an O name. Okay. Anything like Oliverio? Maybe it's a last name. I don't know. I almost feel like a Spanish connection. Is your baby's father, what ethnicity is he, if you don't mind me asking? Also, the death can represent Scorpio energy. Okay. Have you ever dated a Spanish man? Would you ever date a Spanish man? No, I'm getting a very strong impression of a Spanish man around you. Rodrigo. This is the name I'm getting. Rodrigo. Rodrigo. Do you have you ever known a Rodrigo? Possibly I'm picking this up for somebody else in the chat. Um, I don't think so. I feel this is for you. This is a love reading. I know, Rodrigo. Hmm. If you're in the chat and you're like dating Rodrigo, you like Rodrigo, please let me know. Never talk to anyone outside of your race. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we have death here. This would be, I feel, the obstacle to your relationship with your baby's father. Um, so even though I still feel like there's some energy here, did you break up with him? Where because the obstacle here is the breakup, and the goal here is the King of Cups. I do get this feeling like maybe you want to reconcile with your baby's father, but there is Spanish energy. Um, I know this sounds strange too, but do you know your real father? Okay, and what is around you is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. So we do have some some indication here of maybe that you are feeling like in the dark. Did you feel that your baby's father was hiding things from you? Um, but this is also like not looking at the truth, ignoring warning signs. I need to slow down a minute here. Do you think he was cheating? Were there a lot of red flags in this relationship? Yeah, the reading has a lot to do with you, um, with your baby's father. You ignored the signs, but I still get this feeling like you don't know anybody with a Spanish connection. Like, do you know if your mother had any friends with a very strong Spanish heritage? Okay, so our Two of Swords is, yeah, I feel, Timeria, that that he has did something to you, that you're now kind of like in a self-preservation mode, kind of like I just don't want to deal with all of this, being by yourself, going within, just no Spanish. I Maybe I'm missing it, and maybe the Spanish connection is for somebody else. Let me check real quick. Timaria, does Raven as a name or something mean anything to you? Um, okay, we're looking at. Well, I'm not really seeing much of new love coming in right now. I'm seeing unresolved issues with your baby's father. I'm seeing almost like I'm asking you so many questions, but I am picking up on this Raven. Um, are you okay? Let me ask you this: are you hoping or wishing that you and your ex get back together? It's unresolved issues here. Let me keep going. Oh yeah, the Six of Wands. Your best friend is Raven. What do you mean your friend likes Raven? Do you mean like your friend likes Raven Simone? What do you mean? Yeah, I'm not seeing much about yeah, there's a lot of you being kind of closed off at the moment to relationships. I'm not seeing anything about like a new lover coming into the picture. Your best friend has a friend named Raven and she likes her. Oh, okay. And but you don't know who the Spanish person is because now wait a minute, because I was trying to get more information on this like Spanish Rodrigo, somebody with a O name, maybe something like Oscar. Um, your best friend has a friend named Raven, and she likes her. Is anybody in that group Spanish? So your best friend has a crush on Raven. Do you know if there's anybody Spanish there? Yeah. When did you and your baby's father break up? Because it just seems like you're not really looking for a new relationship. But our outcome here is the Wheel of Fortune. So things are actually going to work out the way they're meant to be. I'd like to do different readings with you. I'd like to know how long you and your baby's father have split, if you want to reunite with him, what the problem is with the relationship with the baby daddy. You plan to move to Texas. Oh, you're planning to move to Texas. If you move to Texas, you're going to be meeting a Rodrigo. So is a move to Texas guaranteed? And this is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that things are going to proceed for you. They're going to move forward for you. You just ended things yesterday. Look at my poor card. I think I have to buy a new deck. So you just broke up yesterday. But I have a lot of things here with like a I have a lot of things here of you not really. I don't know how to explain this. I don't see anybody new coming in here right now. Yet at the same time, I don't see you in this position of being like begging the baby's dad to come back. Um, I just feel like things are going to progress forward. Is so have you and your ex, do you do this a lot? Do you break up and get back together, break up and get back together? Because it's I'm not even pulling like major arcana cards except for the death card, which represents like the change. It ended, but then it's like, yes, you did. Okay. I did want to point this out. I didn't mention this because I kind of got stuck on this raven and the Spanish thing. So yeah, so if you've never been open to dating a Spanish man, that might change if you move to Texas. Um, but what we're seeing here with our Knight of Wands, right, in this passion, I'm not sure if you have some fire sign energy here, but also here, okay, with our Six of Wands, Tamaria, it feels to me as if somehow maybe you were betrayed. Somehow maybe this man did not treat you right. You weren't able to see these signs of something that he was doing, which kind of makes me feel like, was he cheating on you? But the important thing here is, even if somebody was like falsely depicting you in a negative light, there's some sense here where you're going to get vindicated. You're going to get justice and vindicated. So has he been like maybe spreading rumors about you or disrespecting you, anything along those lines? Now, I do have to point out that tarot didn't show me anything for your love life specifically of like a new person coming in. I'm just seeing a lot of block change. I'm seeing a lot of stuck energy. And then I'm seeing you kind of staying, okay, to his friends, all right. And then I'm seeing you just kind of staying in some sort of like negative, not negative, but just staying in like a not moving situation for a while. And then boom, all of a sudden we have the Wheel of Fortune. So when did you plan on moving to Texas? Like, is this something that you had already had in the works? Or is this something like yesterday you decide, okay, well, you know what? We're split. I'm going to Texas. Because the Wheel of Fortune can represent a move. You know, I wanted to pull another card because I'm really kind of done. But right after the Wheel of Fortune, we have the King of Wands. Are you a fire sign? Because I do have a lot of fire sign energy in here. You've been thinking for a while every time you break up. How many times have you broken up? Again, I pull again, and we have, you're an earth sign. Yeah, what is he? Because now I have the Emperor. So now I'm actually starting to see more about him. Yeah, and Ten of Wands. Your relationship with him is just a big burden. It's a big struggle. There's so many other readings I'd like to do with you, Tamaria. You're an air sign. Okay. Um, I feel with all those wands in here, being vindicated, getting some sort of justice, having that Knight of Wands, having our King of Wands come in. I feel that there's a Spanish man who just kind of wants to make you happy and take you away from all this stuff. And I think his name is Rodrigo. It could be his last name is Rodriguez. Um, when I get names, they're not always 100% accurate, but they're usually very, very close enough that if you meet this guy and you're like, oh my gosh, I think I'm in love, and his name is like Rodrigo, I don't know, I'm like making something up, just close enough that you'd be like, okay, okay, name sounds familiar. You need some type of justice, yeah, that's coming. And the other thing is with this Wheel of Fortune, the justice is, it's basically saying that you don't have to seek the justice. The justice is just going to come on its own. So I hope that resonated with you, Tamaria. I'm going to take a little break here, and then I will be right back with some more readings. But I want to thank you for your donation, and I will be right back. I'm very curious about Raven because I'm not sure why, if Raven is a girl that your best friend likes, why she's popping up, you know, psychically in the reading. So there could be a trail to follow there of something. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're planning on moving to Texas with your best friend, um, but there most likely is something else to that because spirit doesn't just drop in things like that for no reason. But you're welcome, Timeria, and I will be back, everybody. I won't be long. You are moving to Texas with your best friend? Interesting. Yes, like I said, there's something there as to why I'm picking up Raven, the Spanish person. You're moving to Texas. Do you know if I don't know? Like I'm just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's a whole lot more stuff. But again, I feel like I'd really like to do like a different type of reading with you, like what's in your best interest, what's in your highest good, should you reconcile with the baby's father, things like that. So if you ever want to book another reading with me, please do. Um, at this point, because I don't know why, but I just feel like there's so much more to uncover here. Um, you may want to book a phone reading with me. It's half an hour for $25. And that would be a good way to really just because I can get a lot more of like just talking on the phone. And then we could really just kind of tackle some of this stuff. That'd probably be the best way to do it. So also my phone number is on here. So like you can text me or email me. And on Facebook, you can always just send me a message. And then if you want to book a reading, that way we can. But the phone readings are definitely preferable to this because like I can't hear you. I can't ask you questions. And I can pick up a lot more information just from the phone conversation. But you are moving with the friend, and the friend is in love with Raven. So there is something there because and you're moving to Texas and definitely lots of Spanish men in Texas. Definitely. Because what I saw around you, and I don't know anything right now about your baby daddy, but what I saw around you was like this really nice looking Spanish man with very thick, curly black hair, like loose black curls. And I heard an O name like Oscar, and then like Rodriguez. I think it was Rodrigo. And then when I wanted to double check to make sure that the Spanish man is connected to you, then I got Raven. So definitely some puzzle pieces. And if we do a phone reading, those puzzle pieces will fall in line. And that's why I was like, why would Raven even pop up in your love reading? So then I was like, well, is the best friend moving to Texas with you? Is Raven going to move with you? Is your best friend not going to move to Texas because your best friend's in love with Raven? So there's something here. But your ex is really popping up in here um, because of that Emperor card. So we did pull in some major arcana. First we had the Death card, which represents, the obstacle. Your best friend is already in Texas. Is Raven in Texas? Oh, you are going to move to Texas with your best friend. Wait, is Raven in Texas? Oh, Raven's in Texas. Okay, but if you could ask your friend, the one in Texas, and ask Raven if they know Rodrigo. The names I'm getting are Oscar, but again, my names are not perfect. Rodriguez, how many Rodriguez's are in Texas, right? So that might not be any help. I know Unknown is like, whoa, plot twist. I know it is. Unknown, it's like it seems like you can see what's really like everything that's going on. But you're on YouTube. You can't really see the Facebook chat, right? It'd be cool if you were watching on Facebook too. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be live here for quite a while today, but we could probably book the phone reading for tomorrow if you want. Um, but just hit me up on Facebook. Yeah, definitely ask your friend about the O name. Um, wow. So Raven really, when you said Raven was someone your friend liked, I thought this was like a further connection. But if you were thinking of moving in with your friend who likes Raven, this is actually a whole lot closer. Yeah. So maybe Raven. Do you know if Raven is Spanish? But I actually heard black and then Raven. But I think it was because I think it was because you were saying you had only like you haven't dated outside of that you've only dated black men. But this man was Spanish. So what's very interesting is I never really got in the tarot to the Spanish man. Didn't really get past the baby daddy. What I'm getting about you and the baby daddy is like a lot of shady stuff on his side, things that you weren't seeing clearly with the red flags, things that maybe he dishonored you or spoke badly about you, and that you're going to be vindicated. You're definitely going to be vindicated. So, but still so much like, well, I don't even know what state you're in. I keep, are you in Florida? Because I've been acting in my mind like you're moving from Florida to Texas, and I don't know why I got that. Um, the Six of Wands that I got for you, you're in Mississippi, okay. The Six of Wands represents that you're going to have your day in the sun, that somebody's been doing something like in a way that dishonors you. Um, and that's because of the other cards that were around there. That Two of Swords, where like somebody's doing something behind your back, there's red flags and you can't really see them. And then that Six of Wands is saying basically, you're going to be vindicated. You're going to have your day in the sun. That's a really good card. That's a card of like pride and victory, of people singing your praises. But he does show up in the reading. Um, but like, did you notice like there were no love cards? Like a love reading, the first card that showed up for you was the Empress, and that's why I said, "Are you a mother?" But then immediately I started picking up like another man besides the father. And when I wanted to see who this other man was, that's why I was like, "Do you already have another man in your life? Do you have like two baby daddies?" Because it seemed like there was another man already in the picture. And then when I went to get further details on this other man, because the energy, what do you mean? Does he even feel bad? What did he cheat on you? Is this what it is? And you're wondering if, I mean, see, these are other readings to do. And to get into like his energy, his feeling, that's like a different reading. And I would like his name to get really clear information. I like his photo, but his I mean, just what I'm saying from this reading, yeah, we can book it. From this reading, though, I clearly feel that this man has done something. There are red flags, and I feel like he spread some sort of rumor about you. I feel that you will be vindicated from that. The best part of your reading, though, Tamaria, is that it's almost like you don't really have to engage in whatever stuff he's doing. You don't really have to engage in it because you're on this path with that wheel of fortune that's bringing you to your true self, your true authentic life, your destiny, your fate, your journey is already in motion. And I can't help but feel it is connected to Texas because of Raven and the Spanish man. I think there is like a Spanish man for you in Texas. So, yeah, I like what Unknown just said to you. To Mary, Unknown just said this: what is meant for you will come to you. Um, and I'm not even like sensing like, is there a problem? Like, if you move to Texas, are you taking your ex's child with you? Like, is that not even a problem? I don't know. I'm going to take a little break and I will be back. So if just give me a few minutes, I will be back. Um, you're taking her. And does he? Is it like not even a issue with him that you can just take her and that's fine? Because it's like the emperor came up, but I didn't actually see like him putting his foot down or him being like I didn't see a complication with him for you going to Texas with her, but again, that's more stuff that I would need to look at differently. So if we do a phone reading, like I can check all that stuff. But thank you, Tamara, and I do hope to hear from you again. So everybody, I will be right back. I'm just taking a quick break. Oh, good. There you are, Dominique. Okay, Dominique, we'll find out. Let's start with your free message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you want Dominique to know? What message do you want Dominique to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Dominique to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Dominique to know? Thank you, Spirit. And Dominique, your message is the Nine of Swords. Your thoughts do not have power over you. Control them, let them go, and make peace with your own mind. And this card shows up when you're worrying too much, if you're being anxious. Oh, I thought so too, Sam. That was interesting with Tamaria. Because I just went ahead to go with the information I was getting, even though it didn't make any sense. Okay, so Dominique, this could represent your worrying about Bobby. The Nine of Swords is definitely a card when we're worrying too much. But let's address your question. And I'm going to charge these again because they do have Tamaria's energy. So you went on your vacation, you're on your trip, you came back. Bobby had been going out partying. You had a little kind of blow up the other night. He came over, or the other day, hadn't really been behaving the way he usually does. And you had some sort of, I guess you hung up on him at one point, right? But now he's going out a lot. Things are just kind of shifting and changing now. But you truly haven't really felt a lot of peace with Bobby and the way he behaves in a very long time, right, Dominique? How long has it been that you've actually been happy with Bobby? And I remember there was another time he went, didn't he go to a casino, and you were concerned that why was he really at the casino? And thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What is truly going on with Bobby? Why has he not been intimate with Dominique? Why is Bobby not being intimate with Dominique? Thank you, Spirit. Why is Bobby? Okay, so I have some cards that have turned over, okay? And that's like a jumper. So I'm going to include these in the reading. You're happy, but when he doesn't communicate like now, recently when he goes through something, all that goes out the window. Okay, so my two jumpers here are the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. So I do feel that it is very possible that he feels like he's trying to move on. What is your official relationship status with him? What I mean, Dominique, is if somebody were to ask him, okay, so it's just supposed to be working towards getting back together as a family. So if someone were to ask him who Dominique is to him, he's not going to say his partner, right? Because I think he's very defensive. And at this point, it does look like he's trying to move on from something. Okay, let me get into the tarot now, because those were the two jumpers. And let me see what else is going on here. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on with Bobby? Okay. We have strength, and Seven of Pentacles. So, Dominique, right off the bat, I'm not picking up his energy here. I'm picking up your energy. I'm picking up your energy of being at a crossroads, deciding if you want to continue, I would say, waiting on Bobby to change. So please let me know if you do feel that you're at a crossroads, and if you feel like you're just ready to say, I'm ready to move on. Our goal here is the sun. It does look to me as if what you would like more than anything is maybe to get married with Bobby. That is your goal. The obstacle here is Two of Cups. never want to see the Two of Cups in the obstacle place. But what we're seeing here is the shift that this is more your dreams of what you want the relationship to be and not the reality of what's really going on. The reality here is you two are not seeing eye to eye. The emotions, the love is not flowing. And it's very much a struggle. Now, what's around you, okay, is death. It does seem that this relationship may actually be turning a corner. And what are your zodiac signs? Just because I do have some cards in here that represent zodiac. I have Gemini represented. So far, I have Leo represented. I have Scorpio. Yeah, you're just trying to see if you want to stay or move on. Um, that Eight of Cups actually might be you that came up with that jumper. So, what else we have around here is the Six of Wands. So you're a Leo and he's a Virgo. Okay. So what which would make sense too because the first card was Strength, so that was you as a Leo. And then this okay. Yeah, let me just put that back up then because you said that you are trying to see if you want to stay or move on. Um I'm very, very interested in if Spirit is saying to you, it is now time to move on because there's some differences here, and this is definitely you looking over your fields, looking over everything you have, kind of assessing how much it's worth, how much it costs, and deciding if you should go in a different direction. You would love more than anything for this to just be a happily ever after, sunshine, healthy relationship, moving on into healing and love. But unfortunately, we have death surrounding this relationship. Um, our obstacle here is the Two of Cups. The obstacle is love. Like, I just don't feel like the love is actually flowing here anymore like it should be. Also, what's surrounding is the Six of Wands. So something that's been actually some sort of betrayal towards you, Dominique, you will get some victory there. And we do have the Empress in here. Dominique, I don't think I ever asked you, do you and Bobby have children together? Did I ask? Did you ever tell me that like years ago? Years ago. Months ago? Feels like years. I don't know if it's actually betrayal towards you. You have a son. Oh, that's right. That's right. Don't you two, you live with him, right? You and your son live with him. Catch me up to speed because I can't remember clearly. Um, you live with him or he comes over frequently to the apartment where you live? He's older, right? I can't remember it all. I wish you had sent me a picture of him. Okay, but anyways, this is why you're showing up as the Empress because you are the mother. Okay, so let me see what else is here. Yeah, see, there is something. This is somebody who's actually not behaving the way they should, Dominique. You don't live together anymore. When were you two? When did you move out? Because at one point we were doing readings and you two were living together, correct? Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, now there's something different in his behavior. There is. And So this is what I'm thinking though. Like if he now is with dating somebody else, it's technically not cheating, right? Or is it he has said to you that you two are working on the relationship? I don't know. With this dishonorable behavior on his part, because there's something here that's dishonorable. And our obstacle here is you two are not really in love anymore. And if you still feel this love, I don't know. I'm feeling what spirit is showing here, that this is more of time for you to move on. It is. We're seeing the two of wands here. We're seeing a lot of choice moving to different directions. Now, what I love about this card, Dominique, is if you look at the sky, you see these it's just changed, Dominique, and I think I would like to do a different reading for you. The reading I'd like to do for you is if you should, well, you asked two questions. I didn't see the second one. Was the second one, should you move on? Because that's what I want to do. Let me go back up here. Why does he keep going out? Yeah, that's what it was. It's not like him to party every day. No, I don't think that's the right question, honey. I think it needs to be is it time to move on? Because spirit is putting a lot in here about you being on this journey, leaving these dark storm clouds behind and walking in the path of the sun. And that's, to contrast with the sun card that showed up as your goal. Your goal was that you wanted that sun, that marriage, that healing, that love. And I think spirit is saying it's time for you to just go and walk in the sun on your own instead of waiting for it to come through him. And I'm going to do one more card here. You only have one child? Because this is our Six of Cups, which is about childhood and innocence. And this could even be something representing that it's not only time for you to move on, but it's something that might even be better for your child. But sometimes when I get that card, one child, okay. And you, the other question that you had was, why is he partying so much? Okay. Yeah, I think he is looking for something different now, Dominique. I think so. And the thing is, I'm trying to figure out what he's actually said to you, because if you two are actively working on your relationship, then it doesn't make sense that he's partying and going out and you two aren't being intimate. But you're separated. So even, from a non, spiritual point, just like looking at this, it doesn't click. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that the two of you are in a relationship. Therefore, he should be behaving as if you're the only person for him, or you should be doing the same. Um, I remember when we first started doing readings on him. I don't know. It just, the energy feels different now. That death card, it's making me feel like this relationship has kind of run its course. Okay, so let's see why the partying. When is the last time you spoke to him? And another thing that I want to say is that when we do readings, right, and this is not, I'm not saying you, I'm saying the collective you. The number one question should honestly be, is this who spirit wants me to be with? Is this person in my highest will? Is this person for my highest good? And I'm just not feeling this for you anymore. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Why is Bobby partying so much? What does he want? What is Bobby looking for with all this partying? What is he doing? What is he looking for with all this partying? Oh, again, the death card and death card in the tower. Okay, I, Dominique, at this point, I would be moving on. I think I don't know. He says he doesn't mind if you hang out with him. Like what is that? You know, that's not love. I don't mind if you come hang out with me, but then I'm going out later. Yeah, I don't even think this is like so much betrayal as I think he's just moving on. I think it's done. The death card in the tarot and the tower to represent the relationship is not good. We have five of cups here. We have rejection, five of swords, conflict, fighting. Yeah, it's time, Dominique. Yeah, I think it's definitely time. Oh my gosh. Seven of swords. Dominique, I don't know for a fact, but he may be already sleeping with somebody else. Oh my gosh. This is just horrible. Dominique, let him go. It's, ugh, I'm sorry. This judgment may not represent rebirth. This judgment might be your conversation with him, saying it's judgment day. And then you're going to bring your life in a balance. I think it is time to have that. Well, am I sure about what? Am I sure that he cheated or that he slept with somebody else? No, I'm not sure about that. So I definitely don't want you to go to him and say, you know, the tarot reader said you slept with somebody else, because I just never want to put that out there. I just don't. But I will say from this reading, with the representation of the relationship as to why is he partying, okay? Why is he choosing to do this and not spend time with you? To have the death card with the tarot, okay? Whatever it means, it's not good. The tarot means that you're tearing down a structure. The death is transformation and change. Very much feel that this relationship is undergoing a transformation and change. What's around you and around him? This is probably the most positive card in the reading is the Eight of Pentacles, which makes it seem like he's working too hard, so he's trying to relax and he's partying to get that type of break from all the hard work. Um, and there's also an element as rejection here as to being some sort of underlying root of what's going on. So I'm not sure what is making him feel rejected right now. Why, what loss he's, mourning, but there's something there that isn't being healed. But then we come up with what's around, which is a lot of conflict and fighting with this Five of Swords. Who is he fighting with? I'm not sure. He's defensive. He's assuming that like everybody's out to get him. So we have that energy here combined with dishonorable behavior. So what the dishonorable behavior is, I'm not going to put my foot down and say 100% this dishonorable behavior of why he's, yeah, I'm not going to say the dishonorable behavior here is that he's cheating, but I can say whatever it is he's doing is dishonorable. And Dominique, I think just the fact that the mother of his child is asking him to, well, I mean, if he's He's not working with you. Do you know what I'm saying, Dominique? He's not working with you. He's not coming to you. He's not opening up his heart to you. And even if it is something happened at work that made him distant, he's hiding it from you. Do you see what I'm saying? He's not coming to you as a partner to open up to you and tell you what is wrong so you two can heal it. And Spirit is saying the day of judgment has come. It's time to bring balance into your life. This is not healthy for you. So, Dominique, I'm just going to throw in one more reading for you for free. Okay. I'm going to give you a reading of if you should move on. And I am going to thoroughly shuffle all these cards. You can see that I am shuffling them, laying them all out in different positions. And I'm going to charge them. And I am going to straight up ask if you should move on. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm misinterpreting what that reading is saying. But for it to be and you said you're a Leo? Dominique, where's your fire? Ask him. My gosh. I would be like, excuse me, what the hell are you doing? Are we together or are we not? I am done with this. You need to tell me right now what is going on. Because if this is done and I'm out of here and I want this to be over, I'm sorry, but at this point, I would be like, stop wasting my time. I wouldn't be asking anything at this point. I would just be like, it probably, yeah. I know it's like hasta la vista. I probably would have been like, you don't mind if I come over? I'd be like, what do you mean you don't mind? But I am going to see what Spirit says here for you about moving on, okay? And like I said, I could be wrong. There could be something that's not coming through clearly here. I just feel very strongly that it is time to move on to somebody who loves you and appreciates you and cherishes you, and that you don't have to feel like you're pulling teeth just to spend time together. Love should not be this hard. It should not be this hard. And many of us, like, we don't have high enough expectations for love. We don't have high enough expectations of how we should be treated. But that doesn't mean you don't deserve to be treated properly. It means you might not get treated properly because you're not demanding it. You're not even manifesting it. But it doesn't mean that this is what you deserve, and it doesn't mean this is what Spirit wants for you. So I want to know what Spirit wants for you, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Should Dominique move on from Bobby? Thank you, Spirit. Should Dominique move on from Bobby? Should Dominique move on from Bobby? Okay, right here. Should Dominique move on from Bobby? 5 of Cups. Right off the bat, 5 of Cups. There's that rejection card again. This is when your cups of love, your cups of emotion, 3 of them are spilled over in the front, and you're so sad about what you've lost, you can't even see that you have 2 cups standing behind you. I keep feeling like there's 2 children, but it's only 1. Judgment again. Judgment again. Now, this represents... Now, these are the cards that just showed up before where I was saying, I'm not sure if this judgment would represent rebirth or if it wouldn't actually represent being judged. There's other elements to this card, such as I've assessed everything. I've looked over everything and you've been found wanting. I'm judging the situation. and I'm testing it now to the highest will to see if it can stand up. Um, all these same cards. Look at this. This is the goal. Your goal now is the Two of Wands. Your goal is to walk into the sunlight, to leave this. Yeah, I don't know, Dominique. Two of Two of Swords. Look, the obstacle here is you don't want to face the truth. There's an obstacle here. Now we have two twos. Our twos here are choices. Okay, two represents choice in tarot. That's the numerological meaning. It means balance, harmony, being at a crossroads. It's like choosing, do I go right? Do I go left? Both of these cards, I want you to see the similarity, okay? Here we have our Two of Wands for your goal. Your goal is to choose a path that's going to bring you into the sunlight. The obstacle is keeping your eyes closed and walking under the moonlight, walking in the darkness. So, which one do you choose? Are you going to choose to open your eyes and walk in the sun with spirit leading the way in that beautiful spirit guide animal, to leave that darkness and walk in the sunlight? Or to keep your eyes closed, blindfolded, where you can't see anything, and walk in darkness under the shadow of the moon? Okay, what's around you is the Emperor, which makes much sense because he is the father of your child. Okay? And Four of Cups. Four of Cups. What's also around you is waiting for this to change, going within, because he's not operating in love. Now, I could be wrong. Spirit could now say the Lovers, the Two of Cups. This could be your future. Wheel of Fortune, destiny, okay? And the World. And it could just all of a sudden change here, and Spirit could say, nope, don't leave because it's all going to change. Or not. So let's see what Spirit wants you to do. Ace of Pentacles. That's a new beginning. That is a new beginning. And it goes along with that Seven of Pentacles in the first read about choosing a new path, which way you will go. Let's keep going. Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is rejection again, and it is needing help. Okay. Oh my gosh. Eight of Cups. Moving on. I'm telling you, Dominique, it is time to move on. I got one card left. Oh, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. So, Dominique, from this reading, I'm seeing here that Spirit is clearly saying it's time to move on, but I'm also seeing a little bit of a financial aspect here. Is Bobby giving you money? And is this some sort of factor? Do you have some sort of feeling like I can't leave because he's doing A, B, or C, or he's paying for this? Is there some sort of financial hold into you staying with him? Oh, Dominique, I had to just take a peek. Um, okay, this was whether you should stay with him or move on. Spirit is saying move on. I just want you to see this because I just wanted a peek to see what's coming next. Not only does Spirit say move on, but Spirit says he's got somebody else for you. Literally, if you move on, you're going to meet somebody else. Somebody who's going to come. Okay, and here's that pentacle suit again. I'm wondering if this is something with money. You like the things he does for you, but you have enough to do on your own. Okay, that is very good. That's very good. But at this point, Dominique, I wouldn't just. If you're not ready to just say I want to move on, then I would give him the option. Say, are you in or are you out? But Spirit has somebody else coming for you. And that's literally what I would be. Oh, oh. This was free. I kept going. The death card, right? So big changes, big transformation. Again, Seven of Pentacles comes in again. You move on, you meet somebody new, and that type of energy that changes with that big type of transformation is interesting. But this temperance, not only is that balance and moderation, that very well could be that this person who you meet or comes into the picture could be a Sagittarius. And then we have Ace of Cups. So it's like there's new love. Dominique, what's your zodiac sign again? You said Leo, right? Or is that to Mary? I'm getting confused. Could even be a Scorpio, but I think that's actually the Sag. Look at this whole reading about you moving on is all about these cups. Starts off with the that Five of Cups, you know, that it's really like, do you want to stay in this energy right here of this Five of Cups? I mean, the Four of Cups, just waiting for this cup to be offered, right? Waiting for him to come and really do this thing. And I feel like that thing is like to treat you with respect, to treat you with the love that you deserve, right? Then we have Spirit saying, with these cups, it's time to move on. Just move on. Then we have Page of Cups coming in, who's now bringing the cup. So before, you're sitting here waiting, just waiting for this cup to be offered. And then after you move on, he comes in with the cup. And then boom, now it's this beautiful cup of love. Everybody has free will. So somebody who's mistreating you does have free will to turn around and treat you better the next day, and has the ability to make sure that they treat you well for the rest of your life. Does that happen often? Not really. And by that I mean, when people show you who they are, you kind of tend to believe them. My feeling for this is it is time to move on. There was so many cards in his reading when you wanted to know the motivation for why he's partying. So many cards where basically there was something dishonorable. You know what the dishonorable could be? That maybe he's looking to hook up with somebody by partying with them. I don't know, and I won't say like if he has done anything like that. But I'm just saying that the intention is not honorable. That's what it means. And nowhere in his reading were cards of love coming in for you. And that's a very important, thing to consider. You don't want to you don't want to ignore that. Yeah, definitely, Dominique. You're welcome, Dominique. And I will be praying that this all works out for you the way it should, okay? Works out for you the way you deserve. And I'd be looking towards that new Page of Cups. Unknown, let me get you a message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Unknown? What message do you have for Unknown? What do you want Unknown to know today? Thank you, Spirit. I'm sorry, I have a Facebook spammer up here. 1 second. Wait a minute. Did I just block? Okay. Oh, I almost blocked you by accident, Unknown. Sometimes it can be very difficult to keep up with these spammers. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Unknown? What message do you have for Unknown? Thank you, Spirit. And we have the Three of Wands. Be patient and trust that the action you have taken will produce results. The energy you have put out will return to you. The Three of Wands can also represent leadership, um, being a visionary, looking for greater possibilities. Also, like seeking out uncharted areas, being on a quest for new adventure. So there's like a sense of exploration, leadership. You believe you know what it could be about? Awesome. Awesome. Searching for new chapters in your life. Awesome. And it's that promise of knowing that the things that you are putting your energy into will reap reward. I'm going to end the stream and then I will come back later tonight for another live. So I just want to thank you, everybody who's been with me tonight. And remember to read the tarot. Bye bye.